And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Welcome to Waffle Box Podcast, where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. John Bon Jovi, have we got a show for you tonight? Coming up in episode 197, we're talking mile-high gender reveals. I got some hot takes that I would like to share with you. And John Wick is back at it again. Got his dancing shoes on in this week's movie review. And much, much more. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing, buddy?
What's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here, coming to you. It's the Waffle Box, the original Waffle Box. You accept no substitutions because it is the best part of Wednesdays. We're coming to you all the way from the future home of Super Bowl 60, just 33 short weeks away, Mike Fish. You love us because we do this, and we do this because we love you, Producer Lathan.
Where the hell have you guys been? You know I'm AI, right? That stands for Artificial Intelligence. So basically, I'm not real. Unless you fuckers program me to do something, I'm as useful as a 3.5-inch floppy, which as any gamer from the late 80s to early 90s, or any of our lady listeners would testify, is basically useless. Anyway, it's good to see you both. Hope you and the families are doing well.
Marvelous. Welcome back, Lathan. It's been a minute. What was it?
Yeah.
4 weeks?
Roughly 4 weeks. There's been, developments in life. I've done some San Francisco Giants, been a part of some Golden State Valkyries. We saw some movies. We didn't get to review them, but Mission Impossible 8, 5 stars. Karate Kid 6, 4 stars. It was a good time off, but I'm glad that we are back in the studio.
Yeah, and then I had a little vacation. Went to all-inclusive in Cancun. Got a little burnt. Beautiful stuff. The problem is that I tan very, very quickly.
Okay.
Like, it takes me, maybe a day, and I've already got, look, you've been away. Where have you been away? But then on the flip side, my tan vanishes very quickly.
Okay.
Like, I've been back, I guess, like a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You can hardly fucking tell. I mean, you can't tell on these. The fucking lights wash me out anyway. Look like Casper the Ghost on my best day, but yeah. And then I got back to work, and I said to my work, I was like, okay, so I'm back from vacation now. What's my schedule? And they just said yes. I was like, what? I said, yes, you work all of them now. So they made me earn my vacation. But yeah, I'm ready to go. What else have you been up to? Anything else? It's been a while, isn't it? Other than working?
No, not really,
It's that boring. Is that our lives now? We that adulting where all we do is
we're
work
adulting that hard. That just means our careers are doing that well. Honestly, I picked up some extra days that I didn't have originally. So here's the thing: is the San Francisco Giants are doing their promo night. A couple days ago, it was Hello Kitty Day. 40,026 people lined up around the block just to get a Hello Kitty jersey. And I was like, the Dodgers don't even sell out this hard. Like, it was pretty nuts. So anyways, they're doing a Superman jersey giveaway in a couple weeks. And I was like, I've already got a ticket. I got a ticket. I just told you I got a ticket. But I also got these little credentials that allow me access to anywhere in the park. And I was like, hey, powers that be, would it be bad if I, use my credential and just walked in early, to avoid the lines? I don't like lines. And they're like, yeah, don't fucking do that, stupid. And I was like, okay. This is why we ask questions. They're like, you're going to get fucking blackballed. I was like, we definitely don't want that. I will still stand in line
black
now.
balls.
No, or blue balls. Or the blue balls.
Well,
so,
blue balls
anyways,
we dealt
after
with.
I
Black
said,
balls sounds like they're about to fall off.
No. Anyways, after I tell them, hey, yeah, promise I won't do that, they're like, so good for you. For the day I work somewhere down the line. And I was like, yes, please. So I will be doing some more Golden State Valkyries in the very, very near future.
The only thing I don't like about those baseball giveaways, I don't know if your local association, basketball, baseball, whatever, does the same thing. But the New York Yankees, my team, whenever they do a really fun giveaway, it's only to like the first 27,000 people.
And that
Which
is
is
a
horseshit.
thing on some nights, yeah.
So no, if you're going to do a giveaway, give it away to everyone.
Hmm.
Like, I know your
Yeah,
game.
no,
Obviously, you want me to show up 3 hours, 4 hours before the game starts, so I spend $5,000 on 4 beers.
yeah, right. It does get that expensive. Yeah, I don't know what the parameters are, but yeah, sometimes first 5,000 fans, first 10,000 fans. In the case of Hello Kitty the other night, I think it was everybody got a jersey. 40,000 people got a jersey.
Bad. I mean, how often are you going to wear a Hello Kitty baseball jersey, though? Really, in the real
San
world?
Francisco, you'd be surprised.
Yeah. The one I want is like then when they do like the hockey crossovers, and like Aaron, it was like and I think it was like a Giancarlo Stanton hockey jersey. So it's like a New York Yankees, but a hockey jersey.
Yeah, okay, I
I
got
was
it.
very jealous about that. I wanted that one so bad.
I want to say they did something similar with the 49ers out here, and maybe the Warriors. I don't, yeah, not, I'm well aware of it. And I think this is something that they like Major League Baseball, the umbrella goes like, all right, so we're gonna do local crossovers with the local baseball and the local hockey, and then you guys figure it out from there. I'm pretty sure. I'd be surprised if it didn't work out that way.
Marvelous. Anyway, open up to everyone. That's my take. Before we get, should I do my hot takes before we get into the top stories?
Yeah, why not?
Because I have some hot takes, right, based on some people that I met on vacation. Because you always, all inclusives. You see the same
Mm,
people at the pool, the
sure.
bars, blah, 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 blah. You end up talking to them.
Mhm.
So I got some hot takes that that I
Right
want
on.
to share with you. So, firstly, what do you think of this, right? If you tell me what you do for a living before I ask you what you do for a living, you're a really annoying person.
That's a hot take.
That's a spicy meatball!
Thoughts?
I think that person's just very enthusiastic, but yeah, it's technically it's more polite to wait for it's just part of the conversation process.
Because it
What do
just
you
makes you
do
feel
for a
like you
living?
don't care what I'm saying. You're just waiting so you can
Hmm.
try to impress me with your fucking career. And it just annoys me. It annoyed me.
What was the most annoying or slash impressive career you were introduced to?
Oh, I'm going to get into that in a minute. That goes into a second hot
Oh.
take. But no, there was one guy who met. He was a chef apparently, right? Which
Hmm.
leads me into the bit like once he learned what I do for a living, he said
Oh.
he said the 5 words that anyone who's a server, a bartender, a bar manager, works in a restaurant, the 5 words you never want to hear come out of someone's mouth. They are the most
And what are
five
those 5 words?
obnoxious words you can ever say to someone who works in hospitality. And they are, oh, I'm also in the industry. Oh, I don't care. Like, it's not a club. I don't care.
Some it
But
is.
this
For some it
guy
is.
was so much like extra that
Hmm.
in the all-inclusive resort that had like 8 restaurants, this motherfucker, without even being prompted, opens up the notes app on his phone and he's like wrote reviews about them and he's trying to tell me about what his deep thoughts are about each of the restaurants. I'm like, oh my, I don't care. Why would you do that? You're on vacation.
Hmm.
Relax. Leave your work at home. But my second hot take from another one,
Hmm.
right? If you describe yourself as an influencer,
Oh,
you're
I'm
an
not.
asshole.
That's a hot take.
You know what? I don't even think that's a hot take.
Spicy meatball!
Because I wait for Jim Carrey to finish this jingle.
It's a very funny soundbite. I don't think it's a hot take. I think you're dead on the nose on that one, man. Like, that's not a real job. And what are you influencing? Probably something stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I
Like,
know a
oh,
person who
eyeliner.
is trying to be an influencer. I guess I know two people, but one of them, beautiful goddamn woman. Like just like you're like, how the hell are you still? You're 47 now? Like, no, you should not be looking this beautiful at 47. You've got two kids. You've gone through some weird divorces. Like blah 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 blah. But like she's one of those chicks that like just says hi to you, and everyone's like, oh, well, hello to you as well. And for some reason, she's like, I should start tweeting everything on video on Facebook and the other socials. I was like, I still enjoy looking at you. I still like hearing your voice, but I wish you'd shut the fuck up.
Well, there's the ones that don't say anything. That's the weird. Like, I'm not. Maybe I'm old. I'm old. I know that. I'm old.
You are old.
I'm out of touch.
Same.
And I'm not going to say anything stupid, but I don't get it. Like the videos, like on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, where it's just literally someone staring into the camera eating their meal.
Oh, gross.
People fucking love that shit. I don't get it.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm happy to be out of touch on that one. You know
But yeah,
what I hate
if you describe
is
yourself as an influencer, though, right?
Mhm.
That's like the modern day version of like, if you have to tell people that you're cool, you're not cool.
Yeah, right.
Oh, by the way, I influence people. You know who else influenced people? Hitler. Huh? You just compared yourself to Hitler. Nice job.
That just happened. I was there. I saw it. I saw that shit. All right.
You know, what was you gonna
I
eat? What was you
hate
gonna eat
the
on camera?
videos that are completely silent, and then for some reason it's supposed to be like a how-to tutorial, cleaning the toilet or something just
How
plain
to
and
clean the
just
toilet?
you think you're just a brush and some soap or whatever, but no. Like I saw this one bitch like pour ice into it, and then she started like going like, "You see this?" And then she with her long fingernail, she like taps the thing loudly. But it's also this footage is just sped up a little, so but then she'll go to the next bottle, like pour that in, and then she'll go to the next, and then you're like, all that just, but you could have just used some Clorox. Like, what the fuck are
Yeah.
you doing? Like, some Clorox and a flush. That's all you had to do. Instead, you're doing.
Do you know what's really sad though? There's many people that watched that video that was suddenly like, babe, we need to clean the toilet. I found out a new way. Who have like excitedly cleaned the toilet now. Although saying that, I must admit, now this wasn't an influencer video. It was a Netflix show. Do you remember that? I can't remember what it was called, but there was like a small Asian woman that didn't speak English, and she walked around with her translator into people's houses and like tidied up their houses.
Oh,
I can't remember what it was called, but she was like she showed a way of how to fold underwear. Changed my life. I'm gonna be honest.
okay.
My underwear is stored in a pristine fashion.
Nice.
If you're listening or watching, you know what I'm talking about. Mary Kondo, I think her name, Mary Kondo.
No, I'm not very unfamiliar.
Like when she was organizing people's houses, her catchphrase was almost like she would go into the closet and pull out like some t-shirt, and it would be like, "Does this bring you joy?" And if you couldn't explain to her how that t-shirt brought you joy, she'd fucking toss it. You don't need it.
Oh my.
So everything in your house has to bring you joy.
Oh dear.
Like, no, I agree to a certain extent. If something, if you see something in your house and it makes you miserable, get rid of it. But everything has to bring you joy.
Hmm.
I mean,
Everything. Everything? Everything.
everything. Okay, whatever. Anyway,
We got a third hot take.
That's this week's hot takes.
That's a hot take.
That's a spicy meatball!
Name the movie.
Oh, geez, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry.
The Mask.
Ace Ventura. Oh, The Mask?
Yeah, it's after he eats some dynamite and it blows up in his.
I've
Which
seen The Mask once in the theater. Fell in love with Cameron Diaz in the dance scene.
she looked good in that.
I've
movie.
never looked back at it. Man, has she never looked more beautiful than that?
Oh.
That one, like, way to make an introduction to the world.
Now that's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, no.
But did I ever tell you the fun fact, the connection between that movie and the MCU?
No.
because I didn't realize this in the first time I watched it, but I watched The Mask like about 2 or 3 years ago. And if you remember, if you only watched it once, you might not. Stanley Ipkiss, played by Jim Carrey, takes the mask to some guy, some expert, and he's like, really like, oh, well, the thing about this mask is they say that it's possessed by Loki, the god of mischief.
Oh, I mean, Loki and
Thor's
Thor
brother,
are
for
in the
those
public
don't.
domain.
Yeah, but it's still fun. I mean, I'm assuming no, it's not the same. But you know what I mean? I thought it was
It's
fun.
absolutely
Anyway,
not the same. That's okay. That's okay.
that's enough jibber jabber. For this week, it's now time to find out what's been going on in the crazy world that we call Earth in the last 4 weeks. Producer Ethan, if you could, let's talk about some top stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
Do you know who Sydney Sweeney is?
Yes.
Care to explain to me?
That's it. Yeah, she's an actress.
Okay.
She originally got her start on the TV show Euphoria on HBO, which is just Kids, the TV series. You remember the movie Kids?
Nope.
Oh, it's a movie that came out in the late 90s. It was a Harvey Weinstein Miramax thing about New York teenagers gone super naughty. Where it's
Oh,
just fucking and drugs and drinking and rolling blunts on skateboards. And it's just,
on skateboards? That's cray.
an hour and a half, 2 hours of just chaos. And I
Sounds
remember
like a Harvey
being of
Weinstein thing.
age at the time to see it. And my mom was just like, would you like to go see this movie called Kids? I was like, no, I would not. Not with you. Anyways, um, Sydney Sweeney was in that TV show, Euphoria. I think they want to make a season 4, but everyone's aging out. Anyways, she was also in Madam Web. She was one of the
Oof.
chicks in Madam Web, and then she was in that movie with Glenn Powell. I think we talked about. I think we did a review for that. Rom-com with that dude and made all sorts of crazy money last summer. It's a very funny movie. Anyways, she's a very healthy woman, and I know that
Ooh.
she's now selling her bath water.
That's where we was going with this, because I saw
Yeah.
this and I was like, I need to find out who this woman is, right? So
Hmm.
yes, Sydney
You've
Sweeney
seen it.
recently partnered with Dr. Squatch.
I don't know what that is.
Apparently it's to create, quote, bathwater bliss, a limited edition soap infused with purified water that she bathed in during a promotional shoot.
Yeah.
Launched on Instagram, the campaign saw nearly 1 million fans enter a giveaway for 100 of the 8,000 bars produced, with the rest retailing for $8 each. The provocative concept, described by Sweeney as weird in the best way. In the best
Debatable.
way? Okay.
Debatable.
Sparked widespread media coverage and mixed reactions. Dr. Squatch doesn't sound like a word I should be like. If you say Sasquatch, makes sense, but to squatch on its own, it sounds like one of those words that people would be like, ugh, like moist.
Yes.
Squatch.
There.
Oh, it's a little squatchy down there. Ugh.
Oh no.
Dr. Squatch's vice president of global marketing, John Ludecki, called it an unhinged stunt to cut through the noise and engage men in personal care discussions. Yes, I'm sure men are now discussing their personal hygiene more. Or perhaps they're just going, oh my god, Sydney Sweeney is bathed in this water.
It's the closest look
Losers.
gets to being naked with her, that's for sure.
I don't know. The soap made with natural ingredients like sand and pine bark sold out instantly. You'll be shocked to find out. With some spas reselling on eBay for hundreds of dollars.
Oh, fools and their money.
As you know, this is a kink-free zone. No, kink-shaming-free zone. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. We don't kink shame here. But I am open to saying I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, oh, I'm I'm rubbing probably like this bar is made out of probably 0.05% of that bath water that Sydney Sweeney
Hmm.
was in for moments.
Yeah,
This
she's
might have been the part that touched her for JJ.
it might have been. It might have been. Like I said, she's a very healthy woman, and she gets criticized online a lot from, well, insecure women, and then just beta dudes who are just like, oh my God, a woman with big breasts, I can't stand it. So meanwhile, she's like, oh yeah, oh, do I have big breasts? Oh, like she's literally just trolling everybody online with her
The
curves,
chesticles.
her chesticles. She wears a lot of very low cut tops now, and I'm just like, oh no, Sydney Sweeney, don't troll me, baby. Oh no, I can't stand it.
Come on now, I might have to Google this just to fact check the things you're saying.
Mhm. Oh, ever
Man,
since Madam Web came out, this has been a thing.
and that was a fantastic movie from all everyone I
Still
heard.
haven't seen it.
Um, next up, this one makes me angry, Kush. This story.
Hmm.
So everyone loves a good gender reveal party, right?
Sure.
No, they don't. Nobody
Well,
loves a gender reveal party because they're fucking obnoxious, right? If right to anyone, I'm of that age now. Well, it's the people in my circle are getting knocked up
hmm.
and having babies. Do not invite me if you have a gender reveal party. I don't care. Don't invite me, please. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Because
Okay.
like, who cares? Like, just send me a text. No, I'm having a boy. I don't need this to see this grand gesture, which like will probably end up burning down a California forest again. Do you remember when that happened? Was it
Oh,
California?
yeah, yeah.
When someone sent off
Yes.
some fireworks or some shit and just burnt down a
Hmm.
bunch of fucking trees?
It
But
was dumber than that too. It's literally just one of those staffs where just pink smoke or blue smoke is just supposed to funnel out of the hole, and a spark, because it involves still being ignited, a spark set off a wildfire that destroyed billions of dollars in property.
plus gender reveal parties are just assuming there's only two genders. Ugh, get with it, pals. But at least if you have a gender reveal party and you invite me, at least I have the option. I have the choice to go to this gender reveal party or to literally do anything else with my life. I have those two
Mhm.
choices, right? I'm
Mhm.
gonna do something else. But this one really fucking takes the cake. Could you imagine being in this goddamn fucking situation, right?
Hmm.
Oh, I should have read this. I wrote a really good bit, right? I wrote a really good bit. I'm just right. So this is what I wrote. I should have rehearsed this. I should have because I wrote this about a week ago.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what I actually wrote for this bit. Everyone loves a good gender reveal party, right? Oh wait, no, that's right. Nobody loves a gender reveal party because they're fucking obnoxious. I couldn't give a single shit whether you're having a boy or a girl, so why are you including me in a fucking game to find out? It's like I'm in a Saw movie, except at least in the Saw movie, you get the sweet release of death. And I.
Yeah. Mike was feeling particular that day.
Yeah, I was angry when I wrote this. Jesus Christ. Anyway, an Icelandic couple were aboard a flight to Paris when they decided to involve all of the other passengers
Oh, that is
in their
obnoxious.
gender reveal.
Gotta be
Imagine
intense.
being stuck on a plane to Paris thinking, yeah, here we go. I'm on vacation. I'm going. Now you have to do this fucking thing now. Now I'm in a team building exercise. Fuck. So what they did,
Mhm.
they gave everyone on the plane a blue and a pink card, and then they had to guess
Oh,
whether
fuck
it was
them.
going to be a boy or a girl by holding up a pink card or a blue card. And then what the couple would cut open a custom made cake to reveal a blue cake or a pink cake. And everyone was like, yay! Can I go back to my
Mhm.
movie now? fuck's sake. Probably. The flight attendant with Iceland's Play Airlines announced to the cabin full of excited passengers turned party goers. Don't believe that. Now, this might be the first time in history that someone finds out the gender of their baby over the North Atlantic. And may it be the final time. Fucking hell. Have you ever been to a gender reveal
I'm genuinely
party?
surprised. I have not. No. Been to a couple baby showers, obviously, but never a gender reveal party. Yeah, my friends are a lot cooler than that. God damn, the biggest detail that surprises me on this is that these folks are Icelandic. Like, this is a very obnoxious American thing to do, and yet it's now bled over internationally. Like, this is disappointing, to say the least.
It's not like who. This is the social media net, right? This is where I'm gonna sound really old. This is what social media has done to us, where people who are like taking selfies and they're going, you know what? I bet every one of my friends wants to see my face right now. Like social media just create egos, and now they're like, oh, everyone wants to find out at the same time I do. No, no. Just do what everyone else used to do. Go get is it sonogram? Is it sonogram?
Yeah.
Where they put the gel on the belly and they go,
I understand.
oh, look, it's got a belly. It's a boy. Just do that and then text me. Whatever. Gender parties. Boo. Boo to you.
Your gender reveal party sucks and you should feel bad yourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. The only one I would like if, oh, do you know, the only one that would be fun to do is if, right, okay, I don't know how you would do it without finding out, but I was thinking like if it was like an open bar and you were like drinking the alcohol and the alcohol had been they'd put like food coloring in the alcohol. And so once you eventually drank enough and you had to go to the bathroom, oh, my piss is blue! It's a boy! That'd be fun. I would be down for that one.
You'd have to drink a lot.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a good gender reveal party.
But like, wouldn't the glass already like?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm drinking a blue beer. Like
the logistics of it, I'd have to work that one out. But, nah, still. All right, fine. No gender reveal parties. Cancel.
We used to have an energy drink out here in San Francisco called Hyphy Juice. It came out during the hyphy movement about 15 years ago. You don't need to know what this is, like if you don't. However, where I'm going with this is I would drink one of these energy drinks every day, at least one a day, maybe at most one a day. But about 4 days into this little marathon, my piss was green. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Should I call a doctor? Or maybe I should just stop drinking hyphy juice for a minute. I went with the latter. And it was fine after a few days. But yeah, it's just like, that shouldn't be that color.
No. You know what's really weird? Like, because I got a little bit of a dicky stomach on the last day of my vacation.
Oh.
And so I was taking Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, okay.
But do you know what? Eventually that shit turns your poop black. What's up with that?
Okay. That's just the coloring. Like, how much Pepto-Bismol were you drinking?
I wasn't drinking. I was taking the chewable thingies.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah,
because when I'm feeling a little pain, I really like the flavor of choke.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, none of those people have achieved anything with their lives, except for maybe Sydney Sweeney, who's actually making money off these fucking perverts. But other than that, no one's achieved anything in the past 4 weeks. But maybe there is one person. There's one person out there who's achieved something so amazing that an Irish brewery has gone, yeah, top of the morning. Here's a little certificate. Put it on your fridge. Although I'm assuming this person who I'm about to speak to probably get someone else to put it on their fridge because they're that rich and famous. But someone out there has done something crazy, so it's time to speak about them in this week's Dumb World Record of the Week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
Tom Cruise. What? Yeah, Tom
Oh my God.
Cruise has
Oh my
done
Xenu.
something amazing this week.
Oh yeah, I
Is
read
he
about this.
is he still a Scientologist?
I believe so, but I believe he keeps those details to himself now.
Good. Anyway, so during the filming of Mission Impossible 27, The Final Reckoning Part 12, filming a specific stunt, Tom Cruise earned the Guinness World Record for, I think we need a drum roll for this, the most burning parachute jumps by an individual.
Yep. That scene was fucking crazy too.
Yeah. So if you're confused by this, basically what had happened was Tom Cruise would jump out of a plane, launch the parachute out as normal, but it would be like soaked in some shit. And then he would get a lighter and light the parachute on fire. And then eventually it would burn away and he'd have a backup parachute so he wouldn't die.
Mm-hmm.
But that's got to be scary, right? Doing that.
Yes.
This
I would imagine
motherfucker did it 6 times.
Yeah. I can't even get on a stepladder anymore, and this guy is literally setting his parachute on fire because he's bored, I guess. I don't know.
Like, I appreciate the man likes to do his own stunts, but Tommy boy, seriously. Could you imagine how many, in all seriousness, how many Mission Impossible movies have there been?
8. There are now 8 of them.
There's now 8. Could you imagine, right? We finally, this didn't happen, so I can, I'm not tempting fate. It didn't happen. But could you imagine they're just about to wrap up the 8th movie in the franchise. Finally, we're going to wrap up Mission Impossible. And he dies. Well,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. I was talking about that at the end of part 7. I was just like, yeah, I mean, this movie is supposed to be part 1 of 2, but it does have a conclusion. And, should Tom Cruise get like a shrimp allergy and his throat closes up or he slips in the shower and dies? Like, we won't have to worry about Mission Impossible 8. But yeah, no, Mission Impossible 8 is so crazy that I'm literally doing this the entire third act, especially when they're doing that plane bullshit. It gets to the point where I was like, I have to wonder what stunts have been proposed to him where there's like, I just can't do that. Look, I can't swim in molten lead. I'm sorry, I can't do the breaststroke in hot lava, guys. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I would like to, but no. Like I have to like really wonder what he said no to, because these are all like madness. The man is crazy.
There must be the writers, man. It's just fucking. What else should we be making? Should we? All right. Tom Cruise jumps out of plane and his parachute gets set on fire. He won't do that, surely. No. Here, Tom, what about this idea? Fucking hell, he said yes, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, shit. Fuck. The insurance
You better get
on
Frank
that movie.
Perrin on the
Jesus.
phone.
Fucking hell. Well, there you go. Congratulations, I guess, Tom Cruise, for earning the Guinness World Record for most burning parachute jumps by an individual and being the most insane actor in the history of Hollywood, I do believe. I think that's fair to say.
I am wondering when him and Jackie Chan are going to do a team-up film, or why they haven't done one yet. Like, Jackie's getting way older than now. He's like, yeah, now I need a stunt double. I'm just that
speaking of which, real quick, that's a. I'm not going to play the whole jingle, but that's another. I fucking hate because Jackie Chan was filming a movie, or is filming a movie. I can't remember if it was just wrapped up, whatever. And there was like clips of him on set.
Mm-hmm.
And loads of people in the comments going, "Oh my god, wow, Jackie Chan looks really old." Yeah, because he's old.
He's old.
Stop old shaming old people. Like, yeah, he's like, what is he like in his 70s, 80s now? I don't know.
He's in his 70s now.
Yeah, he looks like a 70-year-old. Shut the fuck up.
And it's amazing that he only looks like he's 70 years old because he's broken everything. It's amazing the man can walk.
The only one like I'll allow is when there's like pictures of Clint Eastwood, because he's like what 90 something. He
97.
He looks like the Crypt Keeper's older brother.
I think that's fair.
Scary. There you go. Anyway, still to come on episode 197, we got this week's birthday Blackjack. Kush is going to review a movie in Kush's movie review, and all the usual hijinks and ballyhoo. Stick around if you would. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
San Andreas just can't get enough of the Glory Hole theme park.
Glory Hole, where strangers become friends. Glory Hole, you don't need to know names.
It's the place for magic and adventure. We all like speaking rodents to entertain and educate our kids, and now with Jerry Gerbil, the kids have someone they can really relate to.
Kids, come and play. I've got puppies to show you.
Yay, a giant-speaking rodent! Go on, kids, have fun. I know it's safe. Jerry's wearing a latex bodysuit.
See you later, Mom. We're off to have fun with strangers.
Glory Hole, it's worth it.
Ride the log flume. Live the adventure of the flaming screen machine. Glory Hole Theme Park.
Glory Hole.
Open every day till 3 a.m. Come live the mystery.
Place your bets. It's now time for birthday Blackjack.
I also like to live dangerously.
Oh, welcome back to Waffle Box, episode 197. It's now time for this week's birthday Blackjack. It is June 11th, as when this podcast released. So, as always, we're celebrating 5 celebrities that are celebrating their birthday on June 11th. If you'd like to play along at home, Producer Lathan, please explain the rules of the game.
Well, the rules to Celebrity Birthday Blackjack are pretty simple. Mike is going to name 5 celebrities that are celebrating their birthdays today, and all you have to do is guess how old they are now. Your score is based on your margin of error. For example, if the celebrity is 50 years old and you guess 53, you were 3 years out, so you score 3 points. If you're lucky enough to guess their age spot on, you get to deduct 5 points from your score. And to win, all you need to do is keep your score at 21 or below, hence why it's called Celebrity Birthday Blackjack.
Marvelous. Kush, you are currently 2025 record 6-10. Not bad.
Oof. Could be better.
Should be better, but it's not. That's how science works.
That's just math.
This is maths. It's mathing so hard right now. Do you want to get into this week's birthday Blackjack?
Yes, let's do it.
Number 1.
Celebrity number 1. Not sure what else he's done, but he was in Dawson's Creek.
Oh.
And his name is Joshua Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Joshua Jackson.
I feel like I know that gentleman.
I think he was Dawson's friend.
Okay. Yeah.
Or enemy. I don't know.
Josh Jackson. I never saw the show myself either. I was just out of that demographic, or just like, this is for girls.
I remember the theme song though.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you couldn't escape the fucking radio with that song. Anyway, Josh Jackson. He was young on that show, but I think he was about my age. So I'm going to just guess he is 47.
47?
47. Big 47.
Perfect.
47 years old today. Boom. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So you're starting off hot. -5 is your starting score. Hell of a way to start. Let's see how you're going to crash and burn like Tom Cruise in a parachute.
Number 2.
Oh, you know, he's in the new Karate Kid movie. That's why that name is so familiar to me. Yeah.
Tom Cruise?
No, Josh Jackson.
Oh. What is he? Is he like the wax on wax off guy?
He plays the love interest's father who owns a pizzeria that owes some money to the mob. It's a whole thing.
Jesus. Anyway, number 2. He starred as Prince Charming He's also a jazz musician, but most people nowadays might know him as Dr. House MD. Mr. Hugh Laurie. What is Hugh Laurie? And yes, he is English, even though his American accent in House is impeccable.
It's amazing how you guys do the American accent so well, and every time we try and do your accent, it sounds kind of like this.
You sound like you're from London.
Yeah. I'm from jolly old England, I am. Anyways.
Do you know what, speaking of accents, real quick, do you know what? I think Americans have been like short-shifted or short-shafted. I don't know what the word. Because like because just like in America, in England, there are tons of regional accents. Loads of them. But when you Americans think of what do British people sound like, you think, oh, hello, I'm from England. I'm awfully polite and slightly posh, and awfully don't we sound awfully nice, awfully, right? Whereas in England, if you say like, what's the American accent? They instantly start going, oh, I'm from Cletus, and it's my dog Skeeter. I feel bad for you guys.
Yeah. You know, there's plenty of Americans who make that stupid accent too, and it's usually to indicate a lower form of intelligence type of American, which is also unfair to lower intelligence. Yeah. Anyways, Hugh Laurie. I'm saying he's 53.
53 years old today.
He might be older. But...
He is older, unfortunately. He is 66 today.
Oh, damn.
Which gives you a score on that of 13, but thanks to the -5, you're only at 8 right now after 2. It's not too bad, not too shabby.
Small miracles.
Number 3.
Number 3.
That weirdo from Transformers, Mr. Shia LaBeouf.
Do it!
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can! Just do it!
All right.
Yeah, he is quite the intense guy. Man, so intense. He was like, you know what my character could really use? I'm gonna rip a tooth out. I'm like, hey man, we could just like put some black licorice. I was like, no, I need to fucking rip this.
I just remember him.
My character's perfect.
From his sweet, innocent days when he was like in Constantine with Keanu Reeves. And he was like slightly normal. And now he's just like, sounds like he's walking around reading Nike shoes.
Do it!
He's a little...
Yes, you can! Just do it!
Yeah, he's... a couple sparks not functioning there. Anyways, I'm going to say Shia LaBeouf is... I want to go younger, but I'm going to just stay 40. 40.
Fortunately, Shia LaBeouf somehow is younger than me. He's 39, so not too bad.
Okay.
Okay. That takes
I was going to say 38.
9. Well, that would have still scored you 1. And that's the magic of this game, baby.
Love it.
Number 4.
Number 4.
American rapper. Happy birthday to Mr. Kodak Black. How old is Kodak Black?
Shit. So I know the name Kodak Black. I don't know one song of this, at least not by name. I'm sure I've heard
it's
plenty.
because he really likes to take instant photography and rap. That's hence why he got the name Kodak Black.
I think it's named after a bear, but I could be wrong about that as well.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Kodak Black. I want to say Mr. Black is 35.
Why does that... Mr. Black. What is that from? Is that from Simpsons?
I think you're...
Yeah,
I think the way I said it, you heard it. You're hearing the voice from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Mr. Herman.
No.
Mr. Herman.
There was I think it's... Was it when they go to Krusty Camp or something?
Sure.
And the guy who's leading the camp, it's like they show a video of Krusty going, "Hey, welcome to Krusty Camp. If you ever need anything, you just speak to," and it freezes. And he goes, "Mr. Black."
Mr. Black. That's probably it.
So there you go. How old is Mr. Black? You guessed 35.
Mm-hmm.
He is actually 28 years young today. which gives you a score of 7, which puts you up to 16 with 1 to go. Ooh.
Hold tight. Hold tight.
Don't forget, if you are playing along at home, hit us up on Twitter at Waffle Box or Blue Sky at WafflePod, or let us know your score in the comment section below. YouTube's number 5.
Number 5.
The best thing about Game of Thrones, Mr. Peter Dinklage.
You feeling strong, my friend? Call me Elf one more time.
Harold is Mr. Peter Dinklage.
I would have said the best thing on Game of Thrones was Daenerys Targaryen's nudity, but okay.
Lies.
Peter Dinklage. The Dink's not a young Dink anymore.
No.
He's an angry elf.
Yes, he is. I'm gonna say Dinklage is 45. He might be older though. 4 or 5. Okay. That's my number. I'm sticking with 45.
Peter Dinklage is 56 today.
Damn.
Which, after starting at -5,
that sucks.
Just like Tom Cruise's parachute, you crashed and burned with a final score of 27, which means, unfortunately, Mr. Hayes, you are a loser.
You lose.
Damn, you can't win them all.
No,
you
there are any of them lately.
No. So that takes your record up to 6 and 7 for the year.
Oh, only 6 and 7? I thought it was.
Wait, 6 and 11. 6 and 11. My bad.
6 and 11. Should have not opened my mouth.
Yeah, you should have kept that one. Anyway, let's make you feel better about yourself and hand the show over to you for the segment that you wait all week for. It's now time for Kush to review a movie in a section that we like to call Kush's Movie Review.
Kush's Movie Review.
This week's movie review is Ballerina, a psychological thriller following John Wick, played by Keanu Reeves, a ballerina obsessed with perfection as he competes for the lead in Swan Lake. Pushed by his domineering mother and manipulative director, John's mental state unravels as he embodies the dual roles of the innocent white swan and the seductive black swan. His rivalry with fellow dancer Lily fuels paranoia, hallucinations, and self-destruction, leading him to time travel in a phone booth with George Carlin. As opening night nears, John's grip on reality slips, culminating in a standoff with Lawrence Fishburne, where Keanu, now known as Neo, swallows a red pill, allowing him to put in the performance of a lifetime and receive a standing ovation. The end.
Well,
you see what I did there? That was amazing.
I don't know if I'm going to be that strong about the review, but yeah, you put some work in on that.
Yeah, it's like 3 Keanu movies, I think, and then Black Swan with the ballerina tie-in. I know you ruined the joke if you explain it, but fuck it, I was proud of that. Anyway, how's this movie? Technically, what it's called, From the World of John Wick Ballerina. Go.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. We're gonna just call it Ballerina, but yes, the full title is From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. It is rated R for extreme violence and comes in at a modest 2 hours and 4 minutes compared to the previous John Wick movie, which was closer to 3 hours.
Woof.
Whoa. God damn. Yeah, that was fucking exhausting. Anyways, this is directed by a gentleman named Len Wiseman. If you're familiar with that name, he did the Total Recall remake. He also did Die Hard Part 4, and then he did the first 2 Underground films. He does some TV in between Total Recall and Ballerina, but honestly, who gives a shit?
He also sounds like he sells secondhand cars.
Yeah,
hey,
right?
You want a good price on a car? Give him the Len Wiseman Auto.
Or it's like, you, sir, you look like you have trouble satisfying your wife. Try this tonic. Wiseman's Rejuvenation Tonic. Anyways, this is written by a gentleman named Shay Hutton, and he wrote John Wick 3 as well as Part 4. He is responsible responsible for the script for Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, as well as those two Rebel Moon, whatever the Star Wars ripoff that they tried to do. And then he also did Day Shift with Jamie Foxx. That was a Netflix thing where he was fighting vampires. It was fun. It was fun. Based on the characters created by Derek Kolstad, we stars Ana de Armas, the ballerina. She plays Eve. And then Angelica Houston. She apart from part 3. Gabriel Byrne, man's usually known for chewing up the scenery. I think he might be on a diet because he could have chewed up more. And then, of course, John Wick himself, Keanu Reeves, comes in. This movie was due out last summer. It was supposed to come out 1 year ago last week, and for whatever reason, Chad Stahelski, who directed the first 4 John Wicks, he's a producer on this, and you're like, something, Len, just isn't popping here. And so they delayed the release for a full year. Chad Stahelski apparently took over the directing reins, and I have a feeling that's why we see John Wick in this movie. I feel John Wick is very unnecessary in this film. You can slap From the World of John Wick all you want on it, but not really needed. This is pretty much an original movie as you can get. But you know, it's the same story. Child's parents are killed right in front of her. She ends up going into an underground world of crime and then comes out graduating as a top elite assassin for whatever it is, that cartel from John Wick where everybody is a goddamn hitman. They lean hard in the fact that she's a girl, and I don't mean it's a very girl power movie. It's nothing like that. It's not woke or anything, but they do like, hey, you are always going to be smaller, Ana de Armas. You're always going to be weaker. You're always going to get overpowered. So you better figure out how to kill these men that tower over you by 18 inches. And she does. She gets ragdolled a lot into this, where she doesn't take as much damage as John Wick does, where like that man got bounced off a couple roofs. He's been hit by multiple cars in the same day and then just kind of limps it off. She gets tossed around. But the action scenes are okay. I feel like they could be better, but again, it's the same thing with the previous 3 John Wicks, where it's just by the 50th headshot, you're kind of just numb to everything. You're just like, yeah, all right, I guess you just killed an entire room full of people again, Ana de Armas.
Classic Tuesday.
There's much like the Continental one. The Continental is in this movie. Ian McShane is in this movie, as well as the gentleman who played the concierge. I forget his name, but he apparently filmed all of his scenes and then died a week before John Wick 4 came out. Which
very
was
nice of him to
kind
do
of
that.
weird, but I am watching this, like, how did they do that? Oh, as I just mentioned at the top of the review, this film was delayed a year, so they didn't do any CGI fuckery. Like that's literally him in his last role. I'm sorry I'm bastardizing his legacy by not remembering his name, but he's just a very, very, very small part of this whole franchise. So I don't know. Again, like the Continental, where you're like, oh wow, there's this entire building full of super criminals and assassins and hitmen, and they're all just kind of hanging out. We have something like that, but it's an entire
Lance
little
Reddick.
Lance Reddick, thank you. We have this little East German town or somewhere up in the Alps where it's just, at first you think it's just like, oh, these are regular people getting out of the way. No, everybody in this town is a goddamn murderer. And they all go out of their way to try and murder Ana de Armas because Gabriel Byrne goes like, okay, everyone. Much like that movie, The Raid. All right, everybody, we're gonna give you a second helping at lunch if you kill Ana de Armas. And therefore everyone tries to kill Ana de Armas. The kills are fine, like I said. You get some axes to the face. You get some stab, stab, stab. Again, it's weird to want to question physics or reality in a John Wick movie. Like I said, the man gets hit by multiple cars, falls off a couple roofs, ends up just limping it off. Ana de Armas at one point is just tossing grenades at people like they're potato chips. And, at one point, you know what? The way the thing exploded, her hair should be all burnt off. But not only does she survive that, she never has a ringing in her ears. And I'm just like, bitch, you you literally just stood behind a steel door and let a grenade go off, and all you did was flinch. Like, and then you went on to kill 75 more people. You have to overlook it. You can't fucking get bogged down by it, but it does happen. It makes you go like, I don't think so. I don't think we would be doing that. There's a very cool flamethrower war where the protagonist and an antagonist are just ripping flamethrowers at each other. And at one point, she has to get a water hose, and that is also a very cool looking scene. It's on the commercial. I'm not ruining anything for anybody. Anyways, let's bring this to a close. It's very good action, very stylistic, lots of beautiful colors and explosions, and you do get kind of bored again. You just get numb. I saw this in 4DX, so it's a lot of the seat shaking around, which it's either hit or miss. In this case, 4DX was a miss for me. But the only reason why I went to see it in 4DX, I was like, well, there's no possible way some asshole will just be on his phone while the seats are shaking around. Oh, guess what? The seats stop shaking. Someone has the nerve to actually open their mouth and like give some exposition for the plot. And this motherfucker is looking at kitten videos on Instagram. And I was like, come on, man.
They follow
and
you.
The seats start shaking and he fucking goes back to being shook around. Anyways. It's a very high 3 out of a 5. I'm sorry it's not a 4, but the thing gets played out. It just is. I'm glad it was only 2 hours and 4 minutes. Could it be a little shorter? Probably. I don't know. But again, I don't think John Wick needed to be a part of it at all. I would have liked to have seen what Mr. Wiseman's cut was without, which again, I'm thinking had no John Wick in it. And there you go. So from the world of John Wick, Ballerina, 3 out of 5.
Do you think this will be the last from the world of John Wick?
No, there's a John Wick 5 already in development.
No.
Those who saw part 4 are going, oh, that happened. You know what? They'll tell us when we get there. But yeah, they would like to do another spin-off with the Kane character from John Wick 4. That was the blind swordsman. They want to give him a movie, but we'll see how that happens. Meanwhile, Halle Berry from part 3 is just like, what the fuck? Why am I still in the corner here? Like, I'm also a James Bond girl. I've been trying to do this for 25 years. It is what it is.
Just hopefully it's not like, oh, Kane, the blind swordsman. Let's go back. Oh, look, both his parents and his dog were murdered in front of him too. Oh.
If I remember correctly, I want to say his kids were murdered in front of him, but whatever, Christ. TBD.
Why is it always that insane tragedy that creates these people? Why can't it just be one, just like a flashback and it's like, oh no, I'm just a regular guy. I'm just really good at killing people.
By the way, the tone totally shifts. Like this movie does start out as a revenge fantasy. Like her primary mission is to avenge her parents' killers, her parents' deaths. And then it turns into a rescue mission. There's a little girl, and Norman Reedus is there for some reason, the dude from The Walking Dead. And it's like, why are we being exposed to this? This doesn't do anything for me. But so it goes from a revenge mission to a rescue mission, and again, it didn't need to be as elaborate as it was. 3 out of 5. I'm sorry.
3 out of 5 from the world of John Wick. Ballerina, high 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's time to wrap up this week's show in a nice little bow and make us all feel a little warm and fuzzy inside. It's now time for this week's feel-good story of the week.
I ain't seen you in a while. Come here.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
Hey, sexy mama.
That's true.
Wanna kill all humans? This week's feel-good story. It's a subtle one, but I think it's a good one.
Okay.
So at a historic bar in Kansas City, something remarkable happened that now is touching hearts across the internet. Heath, a bartender at Kelly's Westport Inn, hey Heath, I'm in industry too, had likely had no idea that his kindness would mean so much. But to one woman, it meant everything. She didn't say much at the time, but after her visit to the bar, she left a handwritten note on her receipt reading, "Your kindness saved my life. Thank you." The powerful message revealed that something as simple as being treated with compassion and warmth can make all the difference, especially on someone's darkest day. Co-owner Colleen Kelly was moved by the note and decided to share it online. Of course, got to get those clicks. In her post, she encouraged others to keep showing kindness, writing, "Keep being kind, folks. You just never know. There's a lot of negativity out there."
Just the facts, ma'am.
Kelly shared, there are days that it can feel overwhelming, right? Maybe sometimes just go to your local pub, put your phone down, and have a conversation with somebody.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Yeah.
In a world where we often underestimate the power of everyday kindness, Heath's quiet gesture is a beautiful reminder that being kind may not cost a thing, but to someone else, it might mean everything.
Yeah, we talked about this this attitude many months ago, where it's just like, we gotta start practicing more compassion. We just gotta start being nicer to people. Like, I don't have to be everyone's best friend, but like, I can't, like, how many times I've gone to some shitty liquor store and just said, "Hey, thank you very much," and all of a sudden, like, "Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, totally not expecting that. Thank you. No, thank you for thanking me." You can really change someone's whole day just by being a nice person. So yeah,
it's not to get too deep into the modern era, blah, 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 but it is kind of sad. Like, I remember I was at my place of work. I was doing the rounds and I saw a guest. And I can't remember exactly. It was a t-shirt. But it was a cool t-shirt, and I was sort of, "Hey, cool t-shirt, man." And he was like, what? Like, someone said something nice. It was like, it shocked him. So, hey, man,
it can make all the difference.
Cool t-shirt. So yeah, just randomly compliment one person every day. Do it. Make that your thing. Random acts of kindness. Bill.
Oh yeah.
Well, what? Was you going to say something else about being kind? You should. If you want to say it. Say it loud and say it proud.
Just hell yeah.
Random acts of kindness. That wraps up this week's episode of Waffle Box. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, it won't be another 4 weeks to our next episode. We will eventually get to episode 200. We're like we're just slowly crawling like a sloth towards episode 200. But there you go. Whatever. Adulting, huh? Kush, in the last 4 weeks, have you divulged or ingested any kind of media that you like? The Syrup Squad should check this out.
All I can say right now is I've been invited to be a guest on a future series that friend of the family, the funniest man in the room, Drew Angelman, former guest of the Microdose. He's starting a new project. I don't know what I can say or not, but we did a recording a few days ago, and that was a lot of fun. And then some folks from your side of the pond there, Mike Fish, they have another project. We're still working on it. I don't know. I don't have a release date. I don't know if I can even give you a name, but we are doing some side stuff. That is a lot of fun. I'm very excited for it, and cannot wait to tell you when it is finally ready to be talked about.
There you go, guys. Kush has got two exciting things that aren't available yet, and he can't tell you when they're available.
Yeah.
Write it down in your diary, kids.
So many empty calories for that. I'm sorry, guys.
One fun thing that I will suggest is going. So recently, I think we actually discussed it a couple, but World Wrestling Entertainment recently purchased AAA, the Mexican wrestling promotion, and this past weekend they had a joint show. WWE and AAA presents Worlds Collide. It's on the WWE YouTube page. It's like 2 hours, something. It's like 5 minutes. So much fun, lots of fun. Look out for a new fan favorite that came out of that show, Mr. Iguana, who wrestles with green face paint on.
Sure.
And he has a stuffed toy of an iguana that is velcroed to his shoulder, but then he incorporates it into his moves. It's very, very fun. Check it out. When Worlds Collide, or no, I think it's just called Worlds Collide. I think when Worlds Collide was like the original show in like 1997 or something that happened in California or something. But anyway, Worlds Collide, Go on WWE's YouTube channel. Check it out. Lots of fun. But it's a good night from me. It's a good night from Kush. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.
Hugs and kisses, baby.
Above the belt, though. Keep your hands above the belt.
That's all, folks.
Play me off, Johnny.